What is up, guys? Welcome back to Conversation, episode number 49. Today we're going to have several topics. One is going to be pretty girl privilege. Is that a thing, or is that something that just hater guys have? And we're also going to talk about the Trump arrest that happened. Was it this week?
It literally was like a couple days ago.
I think it happened right after the what's it called, the press, not the press, the debates.
I haven't seen any presidential debates actually.
I saw
wanna
some
look
clips.
into 'em.
I saw some clips. I saw Vivek
I might
Ramaswamy.
be Republican these days. I know a lot of my friends and people from my family gonna hate me for it, but I mean I have my reasons. But
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I mean, you it's not that you're becoming Republican. It's just you see more values with you relate
Yeah.
more towards the.
at the end of the day,
Republican.
politics is politics. All
Yeah.
y'all some bullshitters. But you know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, Democrats are on some other shit that I just cannot stand for. So that's why I say what I
But
say.
I feel like you're not the only one. I feel like there is a lot of people that are now.
That's a shift for sure.
Yeah, because now if you have certain beliefs, they consider you a Republican. Like for example, Joe Rogan was for the longest time always considered a left. Like he was part of the left.
Okay.
But just because he didn't go with the whole jab thing, he was kind of questioning COVID vaccine mandates, and because he was
true.
he moved to Texas, now he's a Republican. Now he's far right.
Oh yeah.
You know
Man,
what
I
I
don't
mean?
even think he's not even that type of guy that's
No,
like super far
he's
right.
neutral, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like in the middle.
Yeah, he just sees like, oh, does that make sense? No, well, this sounds dumb. Like,
He's kind of his own guy. He's his
yeah,
own
yeah,
person.
he can think for himself. It doesn't have to
Literally.
be like a sheep and be like, oh, well, what do I think? Oh, well, okay, that's what I think.
I saw on this one podcast. I don't know who he was. His name. He looked familiar. Some Asian guy, and he had on. Y'all probably seen this clip, and he said everything is kind of like. They want you to be like, oh, diversity. Like everybody's for diversity these days. Like everybody wants to diversify the races. Everybody wants to diversify sports.
What does that even mean?
Like diverse, like everybody's like I guess like interracial relationships. Like everybody's
Okay.
like that's a trend, I guess.
But
Like,
that's happened already.
it's always been a thing, but
yeah,
like
yeah.
now it's like a big push for like everybody's included. Trans, you got the gays, like.
So then why even have men's and women's sports? They should just be sports.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's pushing for diversity except for when it comes to thoughts, like when you think. But when it comes, that's where people draw the line in diversity because
I get what
now,
you're saying,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you have to think like us, or else, you know what I'm saying? There's a problem.
There's
Or
diversity until you get to your thoughts.
until you get your own personal thinking.
You can't have your own
You
thoughts.
can't have your own personal thoughts because that's when you pose a problem. That's when you pose a threat to the whole diversified movement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was a great point, and I was like, damn, that nigga really talking that shit right now, cause literally, like, just perfect example. We were just talking about this like a couple of seconds ago. Joe Rogan, like, he's a free thinker. He thinks for himself. He makes his own, you know what I'm saying? His own decisions. And he formulates his own opinions on what he believes in or what he feels is right.
For him and his family.
Yeah, for him and his own personal family and the people that he surrounds himself with. But just because it's not necessarily what's
politically correct at
what's
the time.
politically correct at the time, or what certain people that represent certain political groups approve of, that makes him seem like an enemy of what they stand for.
What do you think is gonna change that? Like, what do you think is gonna? What has to happen for that to go back into how we were, like, for example, in the '90s, early '20s?
I was gonna say that
early
because
2000s,
it's not like we've always been this way. It's like we've been.
It's been like I would say the past 10 years.
Yeah, the past.
And
even 5 years, bro. Like,
yeah, and I was gonna say they got really
so
bad
recent.
the past. I think during COVID.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, it's so recent, bro. Like in 2019, I could say whatever the hell I wanted to say, and I didn't give a damn, and nobody actually cared. Like it was just jokes, but like I can't even say certain things online no more. If I post something on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or something, and I say the wrong thing, like I get flags, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's so. I was finna say some
Something
politically
you
incorrect
can't
shit,
say.
but it's like, bro, the whole name of this podcast is Conversation,
Yeah.
and here I am trying to like censor myself, and that's not even what this shit is about, bro. That's what's pissing me off.
I think nowadays you have to, because of how everything, how you said, is like you self-censor yourself. Especially, well, I think you self-censor yourself whenever you're talking like in a platform. Because let's go to the whole Trump,
shouldn't be that way,
the
dog.
Trump arrest, right?
Yeah.
He's getting arrested for things he said.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like it's like like for his freedom of speech, he's getting arrested.
And if he wasn't a presidential candidate, no one would give a shit.
No, if he was still Trump that didn't run for president,
Just a
like,
businessman.
he could be saying the exact same thing, and they would just be like, "Oh, look at this crazy businessman saying
Exactly.
saying some crazy shit." but because he is ex president, and because he says, hey, there's election fraud. Well, now it's like, oh well, no, we have to, and because he's the number one Republican nominee too.
Yeah,
Like
true.
they still can't beat this man after like indictment after indictment after indictment.
They
This
just
man is still number one.
they trying to really like I would say like ruin his reputation, and I feel like they hitting the hardest right now because like
Because
we
he
got
has the opportunity to run again.
yeah, like they see the threat, like okay, people are really rocking with this man, and elections are coming up, so we have to like try to slander him as much as possible.
But I feel like it's having the reverse effect. And I think on the
True.
interview with Tucker Carlson, I can't say his name.
Carlson.
Sorry. Carlson.
Yeah.
See my accent or whatever.
You say you got an accent, you really don't. No.
But I like there's certain words that my tongue doesn't like let me pronounce correctly.
Yeah, I feel you.
Just I don't know. Anyways, he asked him like bluntly, like, "Hey, do you feel like kind of like what Andrew has been saying, like like, hey, do you feel like these people, because they've tried to put you in jail and it's not worked because everything has been BS. Do you feel for your life, like, because that's what's next. If they can't beat you, they have to take you out.
Facts.
Like, and they're not beating this man.
I don't know if he's afraid to like. I don't know. That guy seems like really kind of like unscathed, unbothered. Like Trump, I mean.
Yeah.
Like that guy really like. I want to say like he's a badass because like, and I'm not like a super Trump fan, but it's just like.
But that's what I'm saying, bro.
It's
Like
just
the more that they do,
he just seems
is
unbothered.
the more that they make this guy become like infamous. Like I don't know if
Bro,
that's
yeah,
the
like
word
he's like
or...
notorious. Cause like, dude, since the mugshot dropped, I don't know if you seen, bro. You know
Yeah,
how
I
much
saw it.
people.
He was like,
bro, it looked that was a iconic ass shot. You know what I mean?
yeah.
This nigga like
Well,
has
that's
people
gonna be in the history
making
books.
merch. Bro, like
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are making thousands of dollars on like mugshot T-shirts, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a crazy ass marketing a business move
Yeah,
to make.
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I should really hop on that wave, and then
You
you'll see
should.
like YouTube Shorts,
Yeah.
and then like
You
it's
should
people
promote your
already,
your Spotify store,
bro.
or whatever you have.
It's Etsy.
Oh, Etsy.
Bro, Etsy, bro. But the thing is, I don't even sell like clothing anymore. I sell like cups and shit.
Oh,
but I could
what
still
about,
put that
like, what
nigga's
is
face on that
What-
shit.
What are you sounding,
Oh.
bro? What the hell are you sounding there, boy?
Nah, look. I meant like this, like, oh, that does look gay as fuck. I didn't even realize what I was doing. I meant this is like a cup handle. Yeah, a mug. This is like, okay, look. Y'all know what I'm trying to do, man. In the comments, don't do me like that. They gonna clip this shit up and put that shit on the internet. I'm gonna be fried when I get out of here, bro. Nah, like it's
mug,
the handle,
mug,
mugs.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
It's a
I could
drink.
just put his face on a mug.
Yeah, you
bro.
could.
That's crazy.
It's kind of like that
I think I'm gonna
angry
take
cat.
advantage of that.
That angry cat.
Yeah.
She was she was a waitress and overnight pretty much became like a millionaire or close to a millionaire.
Bro, I'm telling you, like a
Just
lot
for
of
her cat.
bro, just for bro. The thing I think a lot of people do, because I know there's a lot of people who like just like be on the internet and just wait for viral shit to happen and then they just capitalize.
Yeah.
And that's their whole business strategy. Is they just go with the times
Yes.
and whatever
You
happens.
catch the wave and then you
catch the
you
wave.
starts to go down and then you're now looking for the next wave.
Yeah,
to ride.
but the thing is, there's always something to like,
There
to
is. There's always something in the
capitalize
news,
off
yeah.
of, to use to your advantage. So I think that's a really good business strategy. I thought about that the other night. I was like, bro, people who have never even had a business before are like making merch with this
I
man's
think the only thing you
mugshot.
have to worry about is copyright
And YouTube
infringement.
Shorts.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts. Yeah.
Like people are
Which is
using his
particularly
face for that.
TikToks, you know?
It's TikTok, yeah, pretty much all the same, bro. I feel like everything is like copying each other because they seeing that it works for them, their platform. Oh, we're kind of losing customers. Let's put that on our shit.
That's the whole blue ocean strategy, where like you have to find your blue oceans. Like,
Yeah.
Once
What's working.
Once the oceans are red, then you have to find another blue ocean where nobody's
That's
doing it.
literally exactly.
And then once they get, because every time the only people that succeed are the early adapters, or like the early people that get in early.
People that get in early, but by the time it's already viral, like it's already
too
like say
late.
it's a red ocean.
Yeah,
like you
it's
said,
kind of like a stock. By the
saturated.
time you heard about it, don't even invest. It's already too late.
Facts,
Too late.
exactly. Like by the time I got into cryptocurrency heavy
It was
in like
already on the
2021,
down. Yeah.
it was already like, Bitcoin was at its peak. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? And it's like, fuck, like I'm not making the hundreds of thousands people are making. I made hundreds of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But bro, shout out to Hung, man. That nigga really
Yeah.
tapped me in, bro. Like he got me in on the crypto. Like that shit really like opened my eyes to a lot of It's cool stuff. My dad's been trying to get me like to hop on stocks, but like crypto's quicker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you
It's
gotta do stuff that's like you gotta think about long term too. You know what I mean?
true, true, true,
Even
true.
even if it's like $100 here, $100 there, it all adds up. You
It
know,
does over time.
over
It's like
time.
compound. You know what I mean?
I think the a really good book about that is Tony Robbins. What is it?
You read a lot of
The
books.
Yeah. I haven't read it in a long time though. I probably haven't read it in like in 2 to 3 years. His book on that talks about compound interest, like where he calls it the money machine, where you'll put in a amount and like say you wanted to live off if you could live off 100,000. Well, to do that, let's say you had to put in let's say 1 million, right? Over your lifetime, by the time you retire, because everybody in their lifetime they're gonna touch $1 million in their hands, whether they think so or not. Whether you spend it on,
Eventually.
stuff like whether you work. If you work at Walmart, it's obviously it's gonna take you longer. But if you're a doctor, lawyer, whatever you are, eventually you're gonna touch a mill.
You will have earned a million.
Yeah, you have earned $1 million.
Over a
$1 million
specific amount of time.
has gone through your bank account in and out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you didn't spend any of it, you would have a mil.
Facts.
So then he says,
I think about
you
it all
know,
the time, bro.
Just yeah, like right
I be
now you
having
probably
money.
made like 300,000 or 400,000 easy.
Bro, look, yeah, I'll be thinking about like when I like been doing stuff and like working and just like other side ventures and stuff, and I'm like, bro, at a point in time, I probably had like 30 bands, but like you don't see 30 bands
Yeah,
because you're
exactly.
spending this shit.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like I'm talking about lump
Yeah,
sum,
yeah.
like at a time, just like have 30 bands, just like liquid cash, just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
chilling, and it's like just fuck around money. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because that's money I've already spent, right?
Yeah, yeah. What should be investment money.
What should have been
Because
investment
that
money.
30 grand could have, you right now you could be sitting on.
Sent on
Half
100
a mil,
bands,
it's
you know what I'm
like,
saying, or
yeah.
half a mil, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, or whatever. But it's just like I feel like a lot of people don't think about that money shit like that because we're too busy spending and playing with it instead of just like letting it grow, and just like turning the other cheek.
Well, it's because everybody's so
And then people do
focused
have
on
bills, you know what I mean?
They're gonna have bills, but everybody wants that instant gratification. Like if I put money in, everybody wants to get rich quick.
Yeah.
Like there's people we're naturally everybody, not just people, everybody, myself included, we want to be everything we want, but we want it overnight.
Facts.
Like for example, everybody wants to start a podcast and they want to be Joe Rogan's, like the next day.
Yeah, next week.
Or like,
Yeah.
why am I not growing on a podcast? Like, why do I only have this many subscribers? Like, bro, like sometimes it takes years.
The thing is with Joe Rogan, the reason why his podcast was so successful, like, bro, I knew Joe Rogan from Fear Factor. That's
I
when I
didn't recognize
discovered
him, bro.
Yeah.
When I saw him in
I used to watch that
in
every
UFC,
day.
yeah, me too. In UFC, and when he started his podcast, I started watching it, and then I don't remember when it clicked. I think somebody said, "Hey, that's that guy from Fear Factor." It's like, he's not in Fear Factor because he had hair.
Yeah,
So
I
like
know.
he looked completely different.
I
And
still
I'm like,
recognize him. He definitely like, cause he put on a little weight. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like he just got older.
He got
Like
built.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
He got built. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, bro, that's Joe Rogan. I used to
Yeah.
watch this man,
Yeah.
like making people eat cockroaches
Yeah.
for $50,000.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
50K, yeah,
that was
yeah.
always the winning cash prize is 50K.
But a lot, that was a lot, bro. Like in
Yeah.
the 90s, bro, 50K is
Yeah,
probably the equivalent
facts.
of 200
I don't think
right
I'd
now.
be eating fat ass Madagascar
For
cockroaches.
200,000?
I hate cockroaches, bro. I feel like I was about to say something else, dog. Now y'all finna roast me in the comments, bro. I swear, no homo. But like, cockroaches are nasty, and the ones on
They
the
say
show.
they got a lot of protein.
Protein, yeah, they say a lot of bugs have protein, but I will stick to
You
chicken
you
and
eat,
steaks.
what's it called?
and stuff.
Crickets. You've eaten
I've
crickets?
had that before, yeah.
Maybe a roach ain't that
ants.
bad. See?
And ants
See?
and a scorpion lollipop.
What the
You ever go
hell?
to like the zoo or like?
Like
alright,
an actual scorpion.
Yeah, they put like it's not a big one. It's like a small little, like a miniature scorpion. It's a real scorpion. I'm pretty sure that all the venom and shit's extracted from it. And they're not gonna poison
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
And like I don't know, they just sandwich it in between like candy or sugar, and it's just like a lollipop. And then when you get to the center, it's a scorpion. You never seen that,
No. What zoos are you going to?
bro? Like I've had this shit when I was a kid, bro. Like all right,
Here?
so. In Texas, I think I was in San Antonio though, around like the Alamo, like the gift shop. They have like weird shit like that, and the Houston Zoo. They have like
And they tell you the scorpion.
season. You see the shit in there.
Oh, it's like a clear lollipop. It's not
Like
like
no. It's not like it's like a lollipop, and you see like every time they have like stuff like that, like with bugs in it, like you can see what bug is it. Obviously, they have to make it clear so you can see
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
in
yeah.
it, what you're eating. But like, yeah, bro, it's like a scorpion.
That's
It's
crazy.
weird. It's nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crickets aren't
I
that
wouldn't have
bad.
done it.
because they put seasoning on it. They put like
Yeah, like salt.
yeah, salt and shit on there, salt and pepper or whatever. It's actually not that bad.
No.
But I wouldn't eat it live. I don't think I have the balls to do that type of shit. That's why I don't think I
Oh,
can make it on Fear
alive?
Factor. I wouldn't do it alive. This is dead, dried up, and like seasoned, so it was easy.
Bro, it's crazy what people eat though. Like
Oh yeah.
I was watching a
I've seen somebody eat a whole tarantula like alive,
yeah,
just
yeah.
crunch that
So
shit.
so
Them Asian
apparently like in
mukbangs.
apparently in the Amazon, like the like little kids, like imagine like you don't like five, no, I won't say five. I would say 7 to 10 year olds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eating monkey head, like just grabbing a monkey, right, killing it, and then like cooking it, but
The
like
head?
yeah, the head, and just grabbing the head and just like grab the you see it as a monkey, bro, and it kind of looked like a mummy. Like so, I was watching it in
That's
Joe
scary.
Rogan. It was I forgot his name, but he's like he's trying to help the rainforest. He's trying to help like save the rainforest because apparently where people are going down there and like completely destroying
In the
the
Amazon?
Amazon forest. Yeah, like they're trying to make it like farms and like I forget what it's
It'd be
or
hard
mining,
to
and they're
survive
mining
it.
for gold and
Okay.
everything, right? So he's saying that they're completely destroying like ecosystems and like, well, regardless, he says that like the stuff that they eat, bro, like on a daily is like, it's crazy. Like piranha, he says like piranha is really good. He said you get bamboo and you like, cause you can cook it on the bamboo and like it like
Piranha
steams
like
it,
that,
like the
the
stuff that eats
fish.
you. Yeah, the fish.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he said it was like freaking stupid good. I don't know, but
I mean,
like
I like
he's.
seafood though. I'm telling you, he missing out. He doesn't eat seafood. I'm telling you, he missing out on seafood. That
No, I
shit's
mean I
fire.
like shrimp. I like
But fish though, you
I
don't eat
like
fish, huh?
yeah. It depends on the fish, bro.
Salmon's fire.
Yeah, well, we like salmon. We like crocodile. Crocodile tastes it's a little like chicken, like but not like actual chicken.
Have you
Just
ever had
has the
snake?
in it. No, I've never had
I
snake.
never had snake. My dad said he's eating snake a lot when he was younger. That nigga's fearless. They would just like kill snakes.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, there's a lot of the stuff that like food that we don't consider as food that people that
They say it tastes
live
like
out there.
fish.
Does it?
Yeah, apparently. I
It's
don't know.
white meat, right? Would it be
Yeah,
white
it's
meat?
like white meat. I've seen it being like prepared on like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
video and stuff.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Like they'll be like in some tribe, indigenous tribe, and they'll have like skinned a fucking anaconda or whatever, and they'll just like eat that bitch.
Do you know what's crazy is there's like tribes that have never been touched by like our world.
But yeah, the Westworld or the
They call it, I
modern
think
world.
like the what's it called, the
There's an
untouched
island.
tribes.
There's an
Something like that.
island actually that's forbidden, and it's protected by I think it's around the Indian Islands or some shit like. I mean,
So there's something like that in Amazon too.
oh for real.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's good for them because if we go to them, we'll kill them off completely because they're not exposed to like all the
Diseases,
diseases, and their body's not
Well,
immune
they
to
kill
that
us
shit.
because they view us as.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder what they view us as because you can't
Oh,
really talk to
intruder.
them.
Bro, what
Well,
the
I know,
fuck?
but like, what do
They
they
don't
view?
speak your language. They don't even look like us for real.
Yeah, but we don't go to other countries and view them and kill them.
Yeah,
like, they
but
have
dude-
a like. I wonder what their laws are.
The thing is, that's like they're protected by I think the United Nations. It's like a mutual
Yeah.
agreement. Like these people are to be preserved.
No,
let
I'm
them
not
just
saying go
live.
in there and freaking kill them, but I'm just wondering if you go in there, right? Like, what is their concept of marriage? Like, what is their?
Oh, you want to learn about this shit? There's a guy that
it's
attempted
interesting.
this.
Yeah, I know, and he got killed.
He got killed.
Yeah,
he was a priest.
every single person, well, every single like, there's been doctors that tried, priests that died. Yeah, I mean, priests that have tried
Yeah.
to get in there. Just people that are trying to
They don't
give them
make
the
it.
word of God. No.
Before you know it, bro, like you don't even see it coming. Real bow and arrow, take your shit out, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
he said that they had like bow and arrows that were like 8 feet.
I'm telling you, they're bad at, bro. Come on, now they do this for a living, bro. They hunt
Yeah,
for survival.
they live off straight.
These are
off the
primal
land.
hunters, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're apex predators of their island, bro. Like you're not gonna survive. And it's crazy because I think about this shit too. Like I would want to go and like
But I see, like, I wonder what their
Discover.
viewership of marriage is. Like, what do they do for, like, okay, you get married, or is it like everybody gets with everybody, or like what is like, because they've never been touched by our laws, right? Our
Nah.
beliefs. Like, what do they believe of God? What do they believe in, like demons? What do they believe?
But how would we be able to communicate? We don't speak. the
No,
same.
we wouldn't be able to. Like, the only way that you would be able to is if one of them, like at a younger age, let's say at 12, 15, that speaks a language, were to get out, learn our language, and then can slowly go back, like, hey, speaking their language. Like,
But he'd probably
that would
kill
be the
them
only
off.
way.
If not, he probably wouldn't survive.
No, because it's happened before, where this guy married one of those ladies that is was like one of those untouched tribes,
Yeah.
and he brought her to New York. That
To
was
New
in the
York.
interview. Yeah, he
New
brought her to
York,
New York,
the
and she
dirtiest
hated it, bro.
place.
Like she survived, but she hated it. Like she didn't want nothing to do with it, so she got sent back. But like they had kids, so their kids are slowly getting introduced to that tribe.
Hmm.
But they're learning the language, and they're so that might be a way later on to be able to get to see
That's a
what it's
rare.
really like. Yeah, it's super rare.
That's a rare occurrence because I would want to plan an expedition and go out there, but I don't think I'm ready to,
To
cut
die.
my life that short just to find out, something about people who don't want nothing to do with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
I understand. I mean, I'm pretty much. They don't know my intentions,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
can't communicate my intentions. Even if
But
I
even
wave a
if
white
your
flag, they
but
might not even know what that shit mean.
but even if your intentions are good, they're good to you. They're not good to them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So at the end of the day, whether I'm, completely harmless or not, they just see me as, hey, annihilate this nigga.
They'll rather not take that risk.
They're not gonna take a chance on
Yeah.
me. Like I'm not so special
Yeah,
to
yeah.
them. Like I'm just another body, So
Anyways, back to the
pretty girl privilege.
pretty girl privilege. Yes. Let me know.
So we're finna get into why we believe pretty girl privilege exists, why people play into it, and I guess the advantages and disadvantages of it, pretty much.
Okay. So I think advantages is when you're single
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
But whenever you're definitely in a relationship or married, I don't think that should. If you get the right girl, that wouldn't even be a factor. You don't have to worry about it. In my opinion, I could be wrong.
So I remember we went out for sushi last week,
Yes.
and we were
Yeah,
discussing some of this stuff.
last Friday.
Last Friday.
Yeah.
Literally a week from pretty much yesterday. And we were talking about this stuff, but I feel as though relationships aren't as exclusive as they once were. Cause bro, we need some chicks. Like I'm gonna start inviting some chicks. Like bro, you need to see
Just
like,
to see what their perspective
bro, yeah,
is.
like it's crazy. Like you don't take it from me. Cause if I say it, you might not like eat it up. But these are people.
I mean, you're more in the know than me. Like I'm not out there
Yeah.
trying to pick up women.
Yeah, you're
I'm not out
married,
there-
so you wouldn't know this
I
stuff.
wouldn't know. Yeah.
But like people that are in relationships, like modern women, bro, like they be moving crazy and they talk real crazy.
Like when you say they're moving crazy, what do you mean?
All right, so like they're in a relationship, committed in a relationship, and they probably live with this man, whether it's their boyfriend, fiance, husband, etc., etc. But they got a whole secret life on the side that
They got
their
side
man don't
dudes.
even know. Yeah, they got side dudes, and not a side dude. They got side dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you're really sharing your bitch with like a whole bunch of different niggas, and you would never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's scary to think that when you probably who knows.
So
a lot of times,
it's like the roles have flipped because that used to be like the guy thing.
I was gonna say a lot of times, it's usually the guy that's living like this, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And then a lot of times also they're both playing each other, which is dumb. It's like y'all might as well just be single
or
at that point.
or they
Have an open relationship.
or have open relationship where they're like swingers. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
But then like they do this shit behind each other's backs. So it's kinda like it's kinda
So it's
dumb.
cheating, like, you're
it's
cheating.
cheating, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
definitely cheating, without a doubt. But it's like that's what's really like I'm not gonna say that's all that's out here, but that's all that's out here. You know what I mean? Like that's mostly what people are on right now. That's what people are really
So how do you even trust anybody?
living. You see, my problem now, Oscar. Now you see you see why I'm single out
I
here
don't think
now.
there's that many like
I
don't
want a girlfriend,
I mean
but I'm
I
scared.
want to believe in humanity, but I don't know.
Me too, bro. Like I'm not even a negative, sadistic person. I was like, bro, fuck the world and stuff. Like I'm an optimistic person, bro. Like I want to believe in humanity and believe that we have hope and that we can get things right. But we're not really headed in that direction, bro. We're headed the opposite. You know what I mean? It's
Causing
getting
that,
worse.
though? Like what do you think is caused? Like what was the catalyst that made that be a thing?
I hate to blame social media for everything because social media it wasn't supposed to be for this, but like that's just where everything
dude,
is.
social media is so different from like when it first started. Cause
Yeah.
I remember it was just to connect
It's
friends.
just for friends.
It was.
It's a happy place.
Yeah, it was just to like see your friends, your
Literally.
pictures. Now I feel like social media has become a business.
It's a business and like a dating platform pretty much. Like,
yeah.
For the most part, like a lot of times, bro, the average girl got DMs full of simps, full of just like
Yeah.
simps, full of options, ultimately. because as soon as she get in a pickle with her man, all right, boom, this
Maybe
guy, you know
maybe
what I'm
that's
saying?
what did it because now like you said the options.
Yeah,
Because before like before social media, you didn't really have options. It's just like now you can a girl from a small town can meet or could be
connect with a guy
communicate connect with a guy from a big town that
from
could maybe
to
have
LA, and he'll
money or
fly her ass out.
yeah, fly her ass out, be on the yacht, be on
All that.
first row seating of fights and
And she'll go back
arenas or
home
whatever. Yeah, yeah,
to her little town after all that said and done. She enjoyed her little vacation,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
staycation, and you'll never know what she was doing last
Well, you
weekend.
know, because of the social media,
Well,
she'll
true.
post it. She'll
Sure,
post it.
true. But if you like the average guy meeting her out at like a, let's say a coffee shop or like the grocery store or something,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
might think, man, this girl looks so wholesome. And bro, when these girls travel and they go to different countries, when they go to places they're not from,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
nobody knows them over there, so they can do and live however
Well,
they want to.
especially if somebody's flying you out, bro, they got money, right? So
For sure.
you live like you never, like a different life.
Yeah,
And I
facts.
think after a while, they start to expect that, but they don't realize that in my like I said, this could be my opinion. Yeah, I can disagree with it. Is uh, what they are doing has a time frame.
Oh, facts. It's very temporary.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's not if they do it right, which is if they take advantage of it, if they do it right, they can get the right connections and they can continue that lifestyle on their own and not have to do like OnlyFans or do stuff like that where they're degrading themselves. Um,
I don't know. They don't see it as degrading anymore. Being a hoe is something to be celebrated nowadays, and I don't mean
Really?
on my end. I mean like, as far as like most modern women, you call them a hoe right now, they not gonna take offense to it because okay, I'm a hoe, but I'm a rich hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how they feel about that shit. Like OnlyFans,
but
you would think it's like
the-
something to be frowned upon.
they think that though, but until they become 50, 60
Yeah, later in life
single-year-old
they gonna
man.
regret it
That's
for
what I'm
sure,
saying.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. I've seen, bro. You seen Fresh and Fit? Like it's girls on that been on OnlyFans that used to be old
now
OnlyFans
they can't
models.
find
Yeah,
any-
and
they
then
can't find
they're
nobody.
crying on the podcast like
Yeah, I've
actual
seen it.
tears,
Yeah.
and it's like they regret that shit. But it's like, bro, you wasn't regretting it. Yeah, you was clearing 100K maybe in like a couple days. You know what I'm saying? Which is insane. That's like somebody's yearly salary
yeah.
working hard, like
Yeah.
no breaks, no you know what I'm saying? Like really, like just clearing bands. Some people millions. You know what I'm saying? In months, bro. But it's like, at the end of the day, you finna be lonely as hell. You ain't got no family. You probably got kids from like 5 different niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
nobody's finna take you. Nobody's ever gonna take you serious. And it's like, all that for what? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, was it really worth it? Because now you sitting at home alone.
But that's the whole thing about that instant gratification. Everybody wants that instant gratification, right?
Yeah.
Because if they have that, let's say you're making, if you go work at a job, bro, like most of these girls, right? They're average girls. There's not like they're not Einsteins.
But they
They're not
you
gonna-
say they're average girls, but they feel like they're one-on-ones.
Yeah, every girl's gonna feel like they're one-on-ones, right? Like it don't matter what they are, they're always gonna feel that way, right?
Yeah.
Especially if they've been indoctrinated into like, oh, you're a queen. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, you know how many like if you think about queens, like in the entire realm, there was only one queen
Facts.
and only one king.
That's why it doesn't hold the same weight.
Yeah, exactly. Like not everybody's a queen, not everybody's a king.
Facts.
No matter how hard you wanna be like, oh, I'm a queen. We're like, okay, what makes you that? Like who?
Cause she's a
Who-
10. She's a bad
who-
bitch.
Well, she's a who to who? You know
That's
what I mean?
That's what shorty gonna tell you, bro. That's what they gonna tell you.
That's fine.
they
you
use that-
you could be a 10 in your head, but it doesn't mean it's correct.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, it's just the wave now, bro. Like that's literally what it is. Like dating is hard, and that's why like I'll talk to women for sure,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like. Even if I'm really feeling shorty, in the back of my mind, I'm like, bro, you can't get too attached, bro. You know what I mean? And that's sad as fuck because I really be wanting to like form real like attachments with people, and it's
Yeah,
like I
but
have to
don't know.
emotionally
It's-
detach
it's-
myself
It's hard because it's like if you don't ever let you do that, then you'll never find nobody, right?
Yeah, but if I do, I'm gonna get my ass got, bro. Like shorty, these bitches cold.
You think so?
They cold. I'm telling you this because I've been through the ringer with a bitch before. It's cold.
Yeah, but you gotta get the right one. I think the right one. There are, dude, and those rare ones are real queens.
Yeah, sure,
You
for
get what I'm
sure,
saying?
definitely. And I'm like, I don't envy it, but it's like, damn, like how?
And I
Why
think-
is it so hard to find that? And I'm not looking in the wrong places. You might think I am, but
Yeah,
I'm not. Like,
nah.
I've even talked to like other women that are like typically have more values, but then even then I've caught them in like a lie about this and that. I'm like, bro, why you gotta lie though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for what? Like I know I bait a bitch, bro. The thing is, bro, you let a bitch talk long enough, she will tell on herself. She'll expose herself. All you just gotta do is sit back and observe. Let her just listen. And she talk long enough, she gonna expose herself. You gon' and if you're smart enough and clever enough, like my ass, you gonna catch that bitch in a lie. You gonna right there,
Yeah.
caught her ass. And
But
you have to.
yeah.
It's a skill though, because if you haven't been through like a lot of like shit with a girl, like me and my ex, bro, we went through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I know like how to like really gauge. It's a curse and a blessing, you know, that whole shit that happened. But it's like it made me a better person. I'm more aware, you know, of what to look out for. Like you
Yeah.
said last week, you're like, now you know what you don't want. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Now you know what to look for. Now you know the things that you are the undesirable traits that you to look out for that you don't want in a person.
yeah.
So it's not so much looking for what you do want, it's just that you know a whole bunch of the shit that you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's kind of where I'm at with that right now.
So you're probably gonna have to go overseas, I think. I could be
Passport
wrong.
bros.
But then at the same time, it's like, bro, you gotta.
That shit is getting over there too, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's becoming a world like wide pandemic, I guess you can say, to where it's like. I don't know, but what do you think is the reason though? Like what
Oh,
why so like everybody has a role to play, right?
yeah.
But I feel like there's certain women that want to be men. They want
Oh,
to
yeah.
have the same. They want to be like men, but not have the same
They
responsibilities
want
as
their
men.
cake and eat. They want to eat
Yeah,
it
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, right now they're getting it.
All facts. A lot of.
At least when they're young. But then when they get older, they realize like, man, I really want a husband. I really want kids. I really want that.
But
Like,
is it fair to
I really
me
want a
though?
family.
Is it fair to me, as somebody who, let's just be honest, bro, men are born pretty much. I don't want to say worthless, but you're not born with the same value.
I would
women.
say you're born worthless.
Okay, okay. I just want to. I don't want to be as cold about it, but
No.
like, so men are born worthless and women are born with like
You
value.
have to build your
Your
wealth,
value.
your
Exactly.
value,
So you have to. You
your
have to.
worth. There you go.
Your worth. And women are born with it. Just just God given natural.
Well, not everyone, but mostly. Yeah.
Mostly for the most
Yeah.
part, generally, right? Is it fair to me to have to go through life, go through the ringer, suffer, and like really strive, fail 1,000 times, and succeed that very, maybe my 1,001th time, finally figure this shit out, finally got motion, finally got this going for myself, finally have this and that, and then I gotta settle for a bitch who done been on a carousel since she been 16 up into her fucking 20s, like 30s. Now she finally ready to settle down with a real nigga because she finally done being used and abused. And that's what I deserve after all the shit that I already been through personally in my life
No, you don't have
as a
to.
man.
That-
But that's
you
what it
choose
is. By the time she get to
But see,
face the facts.
now you're doing exactly what women do.
What?
All men are the same. All men are assholes. All men
I'm
are
not.
this.
I ain't saying this because I feel like that. I'm saying this. I see this shit.
I know, but what you're saying is you're generalizing. You're like, do I deserve a woman? You don't, but don't pick her. You get what I'm saying?
That's
Because the person that you're gonna end up with is a person that you decide to be with. Now, if you decide to be with that
Facts.
girl, that's what you chose.
I understand that.
So you
And
can't,
people-
you can't get mad about that.
That's true. And I might, get like a little bit
A little bitter,
a little bitter because of past experiences, but it ain't even really just me being bitter, bro. Like,
But that's what I'm
kidding,
saying.
like,
you're generalizing.
dating is shit right
Yes.
now, bro. It's
I don't
really
disagree.
bad. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's so nasty.
Yeah.
And like, bro, STDs are like on the
the rise.
rise, especially in our city, bro. Like, there's have that billboards telling you this shit.
Really?
Like, bro, to wrap up, because chlamydia is like really, really rampant right now in Houston. Like, STDs are just on the
I'm glad I'm
rise.
not in the know.
I'm telling you, like, it's bad. Like, so you can't even like sleep with people because like people just don't want to have safe sex anymore. Nobody wants to practice safe sex.
But see, I think this is the problem. I think, right? I think the problem, the catalyst that happened is, and everybody does it, and I'm not saying I'm like not guilty of it, right?
Yeah.
Is the out of wed sex.
Oh yeah.
Like
out of wedlock.
like
We've all been there, done that though.
yeah,
Right.
but that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I said. It's like I'm not not guilty of it. But I feel like that's where everything went south. Like before, like your parents or grandparents, you weren't doing that. You would find better women because they were waiting till marriage.
Yeah.
Cause now you when you look at a girl, she hasn't been with nobody, or if she has, it's very low count. And most of the times she got pregnant. Back in the day, bro, if you had a child, you're done.
Out of wedlock,
like
yeah.
you're pretty much you're
Off the market.
Off the market, yeah.
Yeah.
Like guys don't even look at you, and
Yeah.
if they look at you, it's for one thing.
Yeah, it's
and
for fun time.
It's just for fun time, right? Which then that hurts the women. Like, hey, she's looking for love. but then other guys are just looking for a good time. But now everybody's just looking for a good time.
Yeah, literally.
So I switched to where everybody's looking for a good time, but then those few people that once you're ready to settle down, now you're looking for that person, that one person that hasn't been with everybody.
Hmm.
But then it's like that's not the norm anymore. The norm is to be with however many people you want,
Exactly. That's the
and
thing.
then by the time you're done having your fun, okay, I'm ready to settle down. And that goes both ways for men and women.
Yeah,
You know what
but
I
I
mean?
feel like it weighs different. I might get a little shit in the comments for this, but it is what it is. Like I said, I don't make the rules. Like it is a double standard. Like men are typically not gonna be looked at. I mean, and I do feel like you should respect yourself as a man. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not saying just go like do everything there is to
Yeah,
do out there just because it's out there and you have access to it. But like it's not gonna weigh the same on the same scale as a woman just being free access,
yeah.
as a man being free access. At the end of the day, your value as a woman comes from your people, your inaccessibility. Like not everybody not having access to you. That's what make you rare. That's what make you desirable. It's like think of this like as a special supercar. There's only a certain number of these cars being produced. There's like one of
Bugattis.
500 Bugattis.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like if everybody in the world just starts producing their own version of Bugattis, it's not gonna be a special car no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just another Honda Civic. There's a
Yeah, yeah,
billion
yeah.
of those around the world. You can
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
Porsche country. There's a Honda Civic right now. You know what I'm saying? Um,
But that's the point. The point is that the point is the man has to create himself to be able, because not every man can get a Bugatti, right?
very true.
So then you have to build yourself to the point where you earn that Bugatti.
Exactly.
So
But
then
like,
if you want that girl, like it's unfair, right? It's a double standard. Like you said, life isn't fair.
yeah, life isn't fair.
Unfortunately, if life was fair, then everybody would be billionaires and everybody would have a Bugatti, and a
Yeah.
Bugatti wouldn't be, and everybody would have the a freaking supermodel as a wife, and you would
Yeah.
have perfect children. It'd just be perfect, right?
Hmm.
But life isn't fair. There'll be anyways. So then that's the point is right now the focus should be on yourself, getting you prepared to, and at the same time looking, because I think right now you're in a perfect position right now that you're becoming successful, but you're not there yet. Imagine if you're Andrew Tate right now.
Yeah.
Then and you feel how you feel currently. Imagine how much you're gonna feel whenever you're a multimillionaire. Like now everybody is like, why are you with me? You with me for my money? You with me because I can get
Yeah,
you
I'll be looking at everybody's
cars.
side eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Even girls that might potentially really actually be truly 100% interested in you, and like, but you always have that doubt because you've made it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You're like, man, you got what me. Like, would you have been with me if I was nothing? And she might be like, yeah, I would have got you without nothing. Unfortunately, we met with the circumstances that we met. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I was very blessed to meet somebody where I was nothing. Like, I had nothing. You know what I mean? And she's with me on this ride, on this journey to becoming something. And I think that's one of the reasons why whenever you look at Andrew Tate, if you look at the, Tate brothers, if you look at, Fresh and Fit, most of these guys, I would say probably won't ever get married.
You think so?
No, I think so, bro. And if the only reason why is because they see it as a loss. Because let me tell you this, right? If you've made your millions, you really think you're gonna give half to somebody? Like I would once I make my millions, if for whatever reason, right, it didn't work out, I would gladly give my half because she was with me for the ride.
Yeah.
She's earned that
She's
right.
been there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But somebody that just you made your millions, she just comes in. You don't feel like she's earned done anything. What the hell did you? That's my point. That's where it becomes your relationship is stronger as you build. So right now you're in a perfect position to find somebody, versus whenever you're there, you've made it. You're like you always have that in the back of your head.
Like find somebody and then build with that person. You mean?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, you complement each other. You build. She's pushing you to become better, and you're pushing her to become better, and you both grow together.
Yeah.
And then by the time you get there, because it'll get hard, right? Because then there'll be temptations too. That once you've made it, you'll have other girls that want to take you away from your main girl,
Yeah.
because they want that car, they want that jewelry that you can
lifestyle,
provide,
yeah.
the lifestyle, right? They want to live in that beautiful home, whatever it is. They want to take those trips. So then that's gonna be a new hurdle that you're gonna have to overcome. That It's like, okay, well, like you have to be faithful. She has to be faithful too, because then, like, like when she's out with her friends or whatnot, it's just harder. But I feel like if y'all ride together, you feel like there's more to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're like, okay, well, both take half. We're both gonna be successful, but am I really gonna find somebody else like this person? I wouldn't say stick around if you're like super miserable and you're just like 100% unhappy. You definitely, life is too short to be unhappy.
Hmm.
But marriage is hard. Like
I imagine, yeah.
marriage isn't easy, and you're not, you're not always going to have agree with that person. You're not always gonna be. It's not gonna be, unicorns and rainbows.
Hmm.
Um, but the whole thing is, the more you go through, the stronger a bond you become with that person. You know what I mean?
I feel that, and I feel like that's relationships are definitely a lot, obviously, more valuable than money and just like materialistic things. But it's kind of like it's just really tough. We're in a tough period
Mm-hmm.
to find anybody that's worthy of, you know, being taken
Yeah,
serious.
your
You know what I mean?
time, your energy, your
Yeah.
yeah.
Those are things money cannot buy. You know what I mean? You can't get no time back. As much money as you
No,
got to pay for it, no matter what
yeah,
the offer is. You can't get that shit back. You can't get no energy back. You know what I mean? You can't get no just investing all this shit that money cannot buy into somebody. It's like it's draining, bro. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It
yeah.
sucks, and especially if it's like dumping it in the wrong place and wrong person. It's like, dude. And you gotta think about, all right, bet, let me build myself back up, and then I gotta start over
You have
again.
to. I think you should look for an ambitious. See, because right now, even doing that, like if like everything feels like a negative for a girl. Because if a girl's ambitious, you're like, oh, she wants to be a bad bitch or a bad boss or whatever.
I
You
don't
know what I
ever
mean?
knock ambitious women down.
Yeah.
I actually like that because I much rather a woman be ambitious than sit around and wait around and have a
But what I'm
man down.
saying is
But I wouldn't
now.
mind a housewife if I was I already
Yeah, yeah,
had
yeah.
it
If
or
you already
whatever.
got it, yeah. But I think but you have to find a girl that will do that for you,
Yeah, yeah,
because a lot of the times right now because you got to think about it in her eyes, right? Like, what if I invest all my time and energy in this guy, right?
yeah, yeah.
And I stop my career to pursue this dude,
Hmm.
and he ends up hurting me,
Exactly.
cheating, doing whatever. Well, then what do I have to fall back on?
That's why I never like advocate for. I don't care who it is, whether it's a man or a woman, to not be ambitious or not have goals. Like I am 100% encouraging of anybody, no matter what age, gender, whatever that they are, to like, strive and become a better version or the best version of
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah,
So I ain't never gonna put no man, no woman down for trying to, work towards
yeah,
something in their life. That's not the type of person I am. I want to see everybody up. I want to see everybody do good. I want to see, what I'm saying? And yeah, a lot of guys don't like that because it might, come off as masculine, I guess, to them.
mm-hmm.
But it's like, I don't know, like I like a woman that's driven. I feel like she has a lot to bring to the table too. So
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a win-win in my opinion. You know what I mean? And you might not have enough time to spend with her as you would like somebody who
mm-hmm.
was always just like kind of pandering to you and just following you around. But I mean, it's admirable in my eyes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I like to see that shit.
I think it's hard too, though, to find, like you said, you have to find someone that you're devoted to both ways.
Yeah.
You devoted to her and she's devoted to you, and it's hard to find because it, like the devotion is built, it gets built through time.
Yeah.
But right now, I feel like most people, like I said, that instant gratification, they're not willing to put that time because of that fear
Hmm.
of like, what if I'm wasting my time? And I think that's the risk to be able to find a good one that you have to take.
That's true.
You know what I
You
mean?
just have to put yourself out there because you'll never
Yeah,
know until you do put yourself
yeah.
out there.
And if it sucked, hey, it's a lesson learned. Like, okay, where did I go wrong?
Niggas ain't got a lot of fucking energy for no extra ass lessons, bro. Like that shit.
But life will teach you. Life will teach you easy, or teach you hard.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So like the sooner you get your lessons, the sooner. Because let's say you had somebody right now, right? That you thinking about and marrying. Let's say you had the girl, right? Perfect. However, exactly how you want her.
Yeah.
All right. And you're thinking about getting married. Let's say in a few months. Well, once you marry, bro, like now instead of putting your energy on finding somebody, now you're putting your energy of how can we grow. So now your energy, because right now your energy is kind of divided. Like you have to work on yourself, but then at the same time, you kind of
Just
looking for
keeping. I'm just
somebody.
keeping an eye out. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, which is not 100% focused.
Yeah,
You get what I'm
I
saying?
feel
You're
you.
probably like 90% focused or
Yeah.
80% focused, and then somebody's going. But like whenever you're with somebody, you can put 100% focus because both of y'all, if y'all both on the same page, because if y'all not both on the same page, then it's gonna be might as well be the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then, but if y'all both on the same page, same wavelength, bro, y'all can go. Like it's just because now everything else, all the distractions, all the bullshit, goes it gets out. Like, man, I'm focusing on this. This is my goal. This is where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, together, whether to have kids, to become whatever. You know, so then you grow together, and then it just brings you happiness too, which
Yeah.
is a lot of the stress. You know, sometimes you feel lonely. Sometimes you go out with the boys to be not lonely. You know what I mean? Or the girl,
Yeah.
you go out to the club to try to meet somebody, to talk to somebody,
Just to kind
whatever.
of drown it all out. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
exactly. So I mean, it's I don't know. That's so some people. That's like for me. That was never my lifestyle. Like I
Yeah.
never really liked clubbing. Never really liked partying or
Like the
stuff like
nightlife
that.
and stuff.
The nightlife that wasn't really me.
It's
I'm
overrated,
more of a
bro.
nerd.
It's overrated.
Yeah.
Like once you've been to one like I guess club or bar or lounge, whatever it is, you
I
kind of been
think
to all of them.
most of my for me, I think I viewed it more as a negative than a positive, as in like most people were there. They're looking for not really look. They're looking for a good time, but most of the time that's where all the bad shit happens.
Oh yeah.
You know, the fight, stabbing, shooting. Like if you're like I liked when I was growing up, I liked cars, so I would always do like car meets.
Okay. But even
Car,
then, now
car
those are dangerous
I
nowadays
know,
too.
bro, and that's one thing that drew me away from the car culture a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
True.
like, bro, like I haven't been to a car meet in a long ass time, and the
True.
last time I went, I almost got wrecked into because people were doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's
and
something I
I'm
have to
like, you know
watch
what?
out for.
Fuck that. Like, why am I out here when the young kids are out here doing stupid shit, almost wrecked?
Drunk as fuck.
Yeah, and it's like, nah, I'd rather keep my ass at home. My
Yeah.
car is gonna be pristine. If I go track it, I would rather do that. I'll go take it to the
Yeah.
track where if I wreck it, it's my fault. Not because
Yeah.
some random dudes,
Or you show
just
up to a
being a
meet,
fool.
you drive 30 minutes out. This happened to me before, and this is when I knew that I was like, this probably isn't for me anymore. At least maybe these general meets, maybe if it's a private meet
Yeah.
or like, a team or a club or whatever, and I know people that know people, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like full of responsible,
yeah.
actual, adults, sure. But like, I remember I pulled up and I drove like 35 minutes, almost 40 minutes, and gas ain't cheap. I use 93.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That
yeah.
shit ain't cheap. It's
High
like
octane.
$4 a gallon, bro.
You know.
You know what I'm saying? Go to the gas station, I'll fill up. I'm feeling good. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a cool meet. I drive like 40 minutes out, about 40 minutes out, get there, respect the lot. Obviously, that's the rules. There's always that group of people that just don't give a damn
Yeah.
about the rules.
Mm.
Start doing donuts, just start boom, 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 like popping shit. And like, these are property owners that, allow people to be here, allowed y'all to throw this because they thought y'all was gonna respect it. We're 5 minutes,
Right.
10 minutes in, police shuts it down. I'm like, bro, I just drove 40 fucking minutes from my house just for me to be turned away.
Yeah.
And then you go to the next location and there's some dumbass already doing that over there. It's like, bro,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
this, bro. I'm done. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm
Might
not
as well
driving,
go home.
wasting gas. And now my distance to get home is even further because I have to go to the second location thinking it's going to be better. But nah, like, that's why I haven't been to meets in a long, long
Yeah.
time, bro. Like, and it just sucks because I miss that life. You know what I'm saying? I miss going out there and just meeting. There's a whole bunch of cool people you can meet
Yeah,
through
yeah,
car
yeah.
culture.
For sure.
And, make connections, form new friends. You can be
Yeah.
lifelong friend. Who knows?
Yeah,
But,
you
like,
never know. You might actually find a girl there. You know.
you might actually find a girl. You might find, a lifelong partner there. But how would I know if every time I attend, somebody's doing something really ridiculous and I can't even enjoy what I came out here for in the first
Yeah,
place?
that's what I said. I think like that's the whole part where it's like it's life isn't fair. You know, it takes a few group of people to ruin a really good thing
For everybody.
for everybody. Yeah,
Yep.
I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough. But the whole the what is it called? What do you call it? The pretty girl
Oh,
privilege.
pretty girl privilege. Yeah.
The It's definitely a thing that I think is getting used a lot more, um, to take advantage of guys.
I got.
I mean, I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not in the scene, but just from what you've told me before, from
Bro,
what like your
Yeah.
your friends and
I got
stuff.
female friends that will leave their wallets like completely at home and they getting paid for everything, bro.
That's
Like,
crazy.
everything. That's because they're pretty girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they show up.
But
Probably
is
they're just flirting, maybe a little bit dry flirting, just because they know they're gonna get what they want. But it's like it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it can go a whole week. You know what I'm saying? Just if they decide to go out every day from Monday to Friday, they probably don't have to spend a dime of their own money,
Yeah.
and they'll get drinks, food, whatever. If they go out somewhere and they have to pay to participate, they'll get that shit paid for, all that. And they probably won't even have to fuck for it. You know what I mean? Just like, and it's because of simps. There's people out there that's willing to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why they take advantage of that. But like, that's a thing. But I just hate when people in relationships use pretty girl privilege to get stuff from other men. I feel as though if you're in a relationship, a serious relationship, whether it's serious or not, but just out of respect for your partner or whatever.
But see, there's a double standard in that, right? There's a double standard because if a guy goes and buys a girl a drink, his girl would be pissed off. But if a girl takes, like, if a pretty girl takes a drink for some guy, then it's like, no, it should be okay.
Exactly.
So
that's
then
a double standard.
Yeah.
But I think there's kind of gray areas in there a little bit. Because I was talking to my homie about this like a couple days ago. I was like, all right, boom. It's on this scenario. What if the girl that he's interested with is out with her group of girls? So it's probably like a group of like 5-6 women.
Yeah.
And he's interested in obviously one of them. And so he chooses to buy her and her friends drinks. And so maybe one of her or a few of her friends are in relationships, and they just accept the drinks. At that point, it's not like a direct.
Yeah.
Direct,
because he did it to everybody.
Yeah. It's not directly shooting at you or directly, I guess, a direct gesture at, hey, here's a drink, like, let's get to know each other. It's just like, hey, he just chose to, I guess, try to impress the girl he's talking to by fashioning everybody with drinks for free.
So let's play that same scenario.
That's when it's acceptable, in my opinion.
So let's say the same scenario, right? But let's say the girl that the guy's trying to talk to has somebody. Should she then say, hey, man, I really appreciate it. If you want to continue to buy my friend's drinks, that's awesome. But I will politely refuse this drink. You know, I really appreciate you. And I'm flattered that you obviously think I'm attractive. But unfortunately, I'm taken. So,
I ain't never met a girl in my life that's turned down free drinks. That's all I'm going to say.
I think
as long as I've been out.
I would say, like, the right girl would to do that, because if she's taken, she doesn't want one, lead this guy on, and two, I feel like that's where a lot of problems could happen, right? Because, like, let's say he buys her a lot of drinks the whole night, right? This guy now has an expectation, all right? And then if she tries, like, they're walking out, like, oh, we're leaving, okay, cool, and then he walks out too, and he's like, hey, well, oh no, I have a boyfriend, whatnot. And he didn't let her know. I feel like I could be wrong. Like I said, never really did this.
He might be violent.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
I mean, let's say not get violent, but maybe that's where, like, attacks happen. Because, like, hey, I did all that. You think I was doing this for nothing, or for the kindness of my heart?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whenever you go to a bar and a guy is giving you a drink, he has expectations. It's not like if you're in a library, he's giving you a book.
Yeah, nah.
You get what I'm saying? It's when it's a drink, it's a gesture.
He came there for a reason.
Yeah, like it's almost like it's an unwritten
like it's
agreement.
Like,
of, like, hey, if I buy you drinks,
like a mutual understanding.
Yeah, it's a mutual understanding of, like, if I'm buying you drinks constantly, that I'm taking you home tonight.
I'm interested in you.
Yeah, I'm interested, and you're accepting that I have a chance to take you home. Yeah. That's not 100% guarantee, obviously.
If she's entertaining it and leading him on, though, he's going to expect something.
Exactly, especially if he's buying her drinks, like, all night.
At the very least, her number. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly, her number, something. Yeah, but if she's like, no, I have a boyfriend, and that's what I feel. I could be wrong. I don't know. That stuff could go, like,
definitely
horribly wrong.
There are guys that get butthurt and get violent.
Get butthurt, or let's say their boyfriend shows up or something, and then there's, like, that's what I'm saying. That's how I like those places.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm telling you, nightlife is so, and I've seen it, bro. Like, anytime I start seeing people, I've seen a bunch of fights, bro. Anytime I see, like, fights and niggas get rowdy and people start, like, I'm going to the car. I'm all right, bet I'm out, because I already know once he come back from that car.
Yeah, you don't know what.
Like, it's Texas, bro.
Spraying,
like, we shoot out here. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to get caught in the crossfire, bro. Fuck that. Like, bro, I think it was like 2 months ago. I was out in Midtown, and this girl, like, they were at a food truck, and I think she had pressed her about trying to talk to like her guy or something. She started beating her ass, bro. They just going at two Hispanic chicks. Yeah, two Hispanic chicks. And I'm like, man, you don't know what shorty got in her purse. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, this is Texas, bro. Like, I kid you not, bro. Like, anytime I hear like any type of altercation going around, I immediately know, all right, it's time to change locations. Yeah, it's time to bounce, bro, because I don't know what's going on, and I'm not trying to find out either, cause
Yeah.
niggas shoot out
And
here,
then you
bro.
see in the news shooting. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
oh
and
shit, I
people
was
get
just there.
caught random, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
people are drunk too.
People are not trained. Like
Yeah,
I would say most people that have weapons, unfortunately, are not
are
trained.
not trained, and they're drunk.
Yeah.
They're in nightlife, bro. They're not thinking straight. That's why they're overreacting. They're not thinking straight. So if they pull anything out, even if they have a fucking blade or a knife on them or something, you might just get, cut up on accident. Just for
Yeah.
being around the scene or whatever. And I don't want to be part of none of that shit. So I just be getting to move on. And anytime, like, if we're not just gonna come here and just like enjoy each other's company and just have a good time, and I start seeing shit go left, and it's time for me to make the right decision and get the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty
real.
good.
You see what I did there?
Yeah.
But like for real, like it's not worth it at all. And I see why people stay out of that shit like
Yeah.
altogether. It's just not worth it. It's just fun. I only go most times because I get invited out, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's rare that I ever be like, okay, let me go out today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like initiate this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just overrated. It is fun at times. I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, yeah.
But there's a lot of shit, like you said, that comes with
I
it.
think I like house parties better.
Safer.
Yeah.
A lot safer. And then
And
you don't gotta
you
like
know
worry
the
about
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't gotta worry about nobody trying to try anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you can just crash there.
You can kind of still meet people, especially like if it's friends of a friends that come over that maybe they're single and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So.
That's a cool way to meet, I guess. Somebody,
Yeah.
or if you just want to set something up.
Like, how do you meet people, for example, to close the podcast? Like, what do you use, or what do you?
What do I usually do?
Yeah, what do you do to meet people? Like meet significant or people that you may be interested in.
Well, I don't even like typically going on like dating apps and stuff because I rather meet somebody organically, like in real time, in real life. I don't necessarily go out looking to like, can I get your number? Can I get it? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if I am out and I do see someone that I like that doesn't look, I'm obviously when you're out you judge, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like, she don't look like an airhead or like a watered down shallow type of girl. Let me try to approach that. I'll just approach her. I might compliment her outfit because I don't really just typically call girls pretty because I feel like she has a million guys calling her pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't just want to be another guy calling her pretty, and plus that doesn't really mean anything to women these days. So I like if she has like a cool outfit on, I like her fashion. You know what I'm saying? I like your outfit, like the way you put that together, and then we'll go from there and talk. Or if I don't know, bro. I don't really like shoot my shot at a lot of girls nowadays, bro. If it kind of just happens. Like when I talk to women, it just be happening. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just kind of happens. Like maybe we're in the same space and like I'm there because we have a mutual friend, and they're like, oh, Shorty thinks you're cute or whatever, and then we'll just start talking from there. You know what I'm saying? That's typically how things happen for me nowadays.
But what's going on in the back of your head? Like, let's say you're talking to Shorty, like you're thinking about like, man, I wonder what's her number count, like what's her count, or or you just
I
genuinely.
think about that shit too. I'll be like, man, this girl probably like
Yeah.
outside. You know what I'm saying?
Or like, or do you just usually just, dive into the conversation where you're not really thinking about that until like later
because
on?
I can't ask those types of questions initially,
Yeah,
right?
obviously,
Because
right. Who the fuck you? Who are you?
yeah, like why does it matter to you? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just really just carry on with like general conversation, try to get to know her better, I guess. And if I feel as though I want to continue the conversation, then we'll exchange information. You know what I mean? But other than that, I don't really like go for. I don't really go for it. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, there's been a bunch of times where, like, he's like, bro, did you get her number? I'm like, nah. He's like, bro, why? And I'm like, bro, I just don't want it. Because I already know what type of time she on. I'll entertain her for the time there, the time being that we will enjoy each other's company there, but then I'm probably never going to see you again. And respectfully, I don't ever want to see you again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I already know what type of time this is. I already know where this is
Just
going.
about
It's
how they
nowhere.
talk.
You know what I'm saying?
or-
Yeah, it's off the talk. Like, you could tell a lot about, like I said, let a woman talk long
But
enough.
see,
she'll tell
but I
herself.
feel like it will depend on the environment. Like if you're at a bar, obviously you're not, like she's not looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
I
really
guess you
recommend going
could.
to look for a wife in nightlife in a bar.
Yeah,
That's just
yeah.
not the thing to do, in my opinion, because she's outside and she's dressed to impress.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
not just you, anybody who might think,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, and typically, I'm not saying like all bad girls go out, or if you're a bad girl if you go out. Like, it's okay to have fun. I understand that. But like, let's just be real, bro. Like,
Just like how now all guys that go to that are bad.
yeah, and I'm saying not everybody that's going out, that's indulging in nightlife, is a terrible person. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I know people might try to take, that's what they're gonna walk away from. But I don't know, like, I really don't know, bro. Like, you asking me how I meet people, it just happens. I don't really
Organically?
go out looking for women. Like and that's one thing like I pride myself on nowadays. Like I don't know, like after you've had so much sex in the world, it's just like okay, you know, I'm not really pressed for pussy. Like I don't really, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? Like women, 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 women. Like that's a way to get distracted and lose focus, like you said, easily. And for somebody like me who's trying to go far in life, I can't let women be a big distraction because it's very easy to be distracted by women. Like pussy is powerful, bro. Like I swear to God.
Yeah, that's why it's like well the whole thing was sex sells. Like anytime you see an advertisement, you don't see a attractive man, right?
Nah,
You
you
always
see
see
women.
women. Like women are portrayed as like what are desirable.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I mean?
it works.
And even to other women.
Yeah, it
Like
works really
like
well.
like men don't see other men and be like, oh damn, I want to get that.
Yeah,
But women do. You know what I mean?
exactly. Like you just see all the time women commenting, "Oh, she's bad." Like you know what I'm saying? And she might not even be gay, but it's just like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
something
She
about women's
just
bodies
they
that's
can
just
admire.
so
Yeah,
majestic, bro. Like women, like I love women, bro. Like, but you have to know, you have to have enough self discipline to know when, like, you know, when to hold them and when to fold them. I guess in layman's terms, and that's pretty much how I go about it, bro. I just vibe it when it comes to women, bro. Like I'm not out there chasing nobody for real.
yeah. All right, guys. And with that, if you enjoyed the podcast, please leave a like,
For
comment,
sure.
and subscribe. Peace out.